I get it, you're scrolling through a dozen citrus juicers, worried you'll spend your hard-earned cash on something that just sits on the counter, looks nice, and never actually makes the juice you need. You don't want to end up with a kitchen gadget that takes up space, leaks, or breaks after the first batch. You want to know if the Santos N10 lever-style citrus juicer is the kind of tool that will actually help you squeeze a fresh lemon for your morning tea or a quick orange splash for a kid's breakfast without turning the kitchen into a mess. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the N10 is a lever-style machine, which means you place a halved fruit in the feed, pull the lever down, and the juice is forced through a stainless steel cone into the container. The whole process is supposed to happen in 5 to 10 seconds per fruit, and the spec sheet says it can push out up to 5 gallons an hour. On paper, that sounds like a solid middle ground between a hand-squeezed reamer and a heavy-duty electric juicer. In the real world, that speed can feel impressive when you're only looking for a single lemon's worth of juice. You drop a halved lemon in, pull the lever, and a steady stream of bright, tart liquid fills the cup in under 10 seconds. There's a chrome-finished upper body that looks sleek on most countertops, and the closed cover design does a decent job of containing splatter, something you'll appreciate if you're juicing in a small kitchen or have a pet that likes to investigate any liquid that lands on the floor. The parts that actually touch the fruit are stainless steel, which is a plus for people who hate the metallic aftertaste that some plastic juicers can leave behind. The machine also meets NSF, UL, and CE standards, so you won't have any hidden safety surprises when you plug it in. Now, let's talk about who this juicer really serves. If you're a solo adult who drinks a splash of lemon in water each morning, or you're a cocktail enthusiast who needs a quick burst of lime for a margarita, the N10 can be a convenient addition. Its footprint is modest, roughly the size of a small blender, so it won't dominate your countertop. The quick lever action means you won't spend 10 minutes wrestling with a manual reamer each time you need a burst of citrus flavor. For those occasional, low-volume tasks, the value proposition lines up nicely with the price point. On the other side of the coin, the N10 starts to show its limits if you're planning on juicing for a family breakfast, preparing a batch of fresh orange juice for a brunch, or you simply want a machine that can handle larger citrus like grapefruits without a lot of hassle. The feed opening is designed for standard oranges, lemons, and limes, and the manufacturer even notes that if you want to juice grapefruit, you'll need to look at a different model. That restriction isn't a deal breaker for everyone, but it's a hidden trade-off that can bite you if you're not paying attention. Another practical consideration is the lever itself. Reviewers who have actually owned the unit report that the lever feels a bit flimsy, especially when you're pushing down on a particularly juicy or firm orange. You'll need to apply a bit more force than you might expect, which can feel awkward if you're used to a smoother, motor-driven action. The stainless steel cone is effective at extracting juice, but it also tends to trap a fair amount of pulp. You'll either have to shake the container after each squeeze or deal with a thicker, pulp-laden pour. That's fine if you like a little texture, but it's not ideal for people who want a crystal-clear juice stream. Cleaning is another spot where the N10 shows its character. The lever mechanism and the stainless steel cone can be taken apart, but the process isn't as intuitive as popping a plastic basket out of a typical juicer. You'll need to disassemble a few pieces, rinse them under running water, and occasionally use a brush to get rid of fruit fibers stuck in the tiny crevices. For a quick lemon squeeze, that's a minor inconvenience. But if you're juicing several oranges in a row, the cleanup can add up. The closed cover helps keep splatter off the counter, but it doesn't stop the inevitable drip that gathers.